Hey, it's so good to have you back here at RevSpike.com. Want to continue on this idea of staying in your strength. You know, so many people live in places that are unfulfilling and unsatisfied because it's outside of the strength zone. It's outside of where they really connect with their skill sets, their giftings, and really what they're good at. Just a couple thoughts today on how you can help stay in your strength zone. The first is something that was really valuable to me and has been valuable to me over the years is evaluations. And not just an evaluation where I sit with one person and have them evaluate how I'm doing, but I would initiate a 360-degree evaluation long before my friend John Maxwell came out with that book. But the idea that I would ask one or two people that were an authority over me, people that had senior leadership that could look into my life and see things that maybe I couldn't see. Then I would literally submit 6 of these, 2 to above, 2 to beside me, peer people, peer leaders, people that were, I would say, equals, just in the same area of responsibility, and I would submit to them, and then 2 people that would be working for me, or that would work under the responsibilities that I carried. And I would say things like this: what do you see are my greatest strengths? What do you see are my greatest weaknesses? What do you think one area I should really focus on improving? What do you think is a blind spot in my life? What is something you see that I don't see about me? You know, just at the place of life you're in, whether people are above, beside, or below, all of them have perceptions of you. All of them have thoughts and are aware of things that you may or may not be aware of. And if we'll just humble ourselves and we will just allow ourselves to be open to people, and really it was so helpful. I was so encouraged. It was way better than I expected to get back from people. The things they saw in my life I wasn't aware of, and so I honed in on some of these things that were great assets in my life and really have been fantastic skill developments in my life, because other people said, I see this in you. I believe you have these qualities, and I just see them maturing even more. So, opening yourself up to not just a one-on-one evaluation on your job, but open yourself up to people around you, a couple of your friends, people that aren't in your workplace, different settings of life, the different roles that you play. If you want to walk fully in your strengths, it's so helpful that you know what they are. And sometimes we aren't the best judge. We have a good understanding of where we're good and where we're not good, but there are people around us that see things in us that we're not aware are a strength of ours. And so I would highly recommend you do that. Another thing that I've found people that find themselves living outside of their strength is because they have one weakness in their life and it threatens all of their strengths. And it's the weakness of no. They have an inability to say no. The word no. And so what happens is somebody says, hey, can you do this? Hey, can you do that? Hey, can you take care of this? Hey, would you do this? And instead of saying no, they say yes. Because they have a people-pleasing nature, because they have a God complex, like, oh my goodness, if I said no, the whole world would shut down and stop. Or they have a humongous ego that they just think they're the answer to everyone's solutions. Sometimes in that, I just couldn't say no, is steeped false humility and a monstrous ego, because they think if they don't do it, it's just not going to happen. Well, the world doesn't revolve around any of us, right? This beautiful morning is here today, regardless whether you said yes or no. And some of you just need to practice that word. Look in the mirror. Understand that you keep putting yourselves in places where you're not strong, or you take yourselves out of places where you are strong and focused and energized, because you simply cannot say the word no. So I want to encourage you to stay in your strengths. Get people to speak into those things that they see your areas of strengths and weaknesses, and practice that word no. And see if you won't find yourself staying in a place where you're strong, fulfilled, and having a blast. Thanks so much. You guys have a great weekend. God bless.